Good morning, it's Cam's Mortgage Minute for February 16th. So the headlines today are that the housing market is slowing. Yes, apparently in parts of Canada, in Vancouver and Toronto especially, it looks like it's coming to a crawl. The much hot markets are finally starting to cool off a bit. Housing sales across the country from December to January declined 4.5%. That was the biggest drop since 2010. So what's causing all this? Well, it looks like there's a lot of fewer listings on the market. A lot of sellers are not there right now. They're waiting for the spring market, which is typical because a lot of listings do usually come on in the spring. You'll remember in the fall we had a glut of listings. There was a ton of listings everywhere and there was a lot of activity. There was a lot of bidding going on for properties as well. That's still happening in desirable neighborhoods. The neighborhoods that are always coveted are still got activity because, again, the listing count is low. So what does all this promise for the future? You know what? Some economists, as I told you before, are predicting a 25% correction in the market. Some economists are telling us there's going to be modest gains in the market. Who to believe? You know what? I don't know. As I told you before, I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, I'd be on top of some mountaintop spouting out advice. But here's what I can tell you. Interest rates are still record lows. We still have reasonable prices. I mean, prices are deflated in a lot of areas. So if you are looking, if you are considering, now certainly a good time to look at that option. Spring markets will usually bring a lot of activity, a lot more listings may come on the market. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, keep an eye out, see what's out there, but just keep in mind, desirable neighborhoods always sell, a desirable property is always in demand. Where the real bargains are is possibly areas that there isn't as much demand for, areas people don't want to live. Now, if you're okay with being in one of those areas, hey, you could find some fabulous buys out there. So that's the latest news. Housing market cools a bit, and good news for all you potential buyers out there. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm sure we'll hear some other new predictions. Anyway, it's been Cam for Cam's Mortgage Minute.